Here I am, once again, showing off a TI-99 video, and there's not a TI at the beginning. This time it's to show you what exactly I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be moving my TI-99 inside and have it next to the desk that I currently keep on my Bally Astrocade computer. There might be a few people not familiar with this computer. In fact, most people are probably not familiar with it. It's got a 24 key keypad. It's got space inside to hold cartridges, original cartridges. I don't even know if I have any original cartridges in here. I've got basic for it. I'm not trying to show off this thing, but I'm going to show where I'm going to be setting it up. This is the same kind of TV I have out in the garage. It's the identical model. I got it on Craigslist for about 30 bucks, and originally these were a lot of money. This is actually the same kind of TV that was used inside the N64s for the when I say N64, what am I trying to say here? The Nintendo 64 kiosk use this exact monitor, or use this exact TV because it has all these cool inputs in the back, which is why I like it. So they still go for about $150 to $200 if you can find them used. So I got a good price on Craigslist, but that's beside the point. I opened up this drawer to show you what I've got in here. I was thinking I might actually try to put my TI down here, but it's really not going to work. But what else do I got down here? This is a, by the way, I'm showing this also for myself because I've kind of had a Bally set up for the last 20 years somewhere near my computer. And I'm planning to take it down and just play around with the TI for a little bit, and also have an Atari set up in the garage where it's going to get cold soon, but not yet. This is a RAM expansion. These are basically near impossible to find nowadays. This one is 16K, so it only brings it up from the system, which has basically no extra RAM. It brings it up to the same amount as the TI-99. This is a N64 controller, which I converted to be a Sega Master System controller, and I hopefully will be able to use this with my TI. Let's see what else I got here. I've got plenty of other stuff. I've got 32K RAM expansion for my Astrocade, and that's about it. I'm hoping to be able to use this. This is my FrameMeister, and I can capture video directly out of my Bally Astrocade. It goes from my FrameMeister. So basically, here's what happens with this system, and this is the same thing that's going to happen with the TI. It goes from RF out into this computer, or into this TV. This TV actually has something that's, I think it's unusual. It's got composite out. So if you feed this TV RF, you can actually get composite out of it. It's kind of like you can do with a VCR. And then that I feed into my FrameMeister, which I kind of screwed up about a year ago. I was pulling out a cable and it kind of broke this. So it's kind of, I might ask a friend of mine to see if he can fix that. Anyway, so and here it goes, the composite goes in here, which is actually just a modified RF signal. So then it goes into here, and out of here comes HDMI. HDMI comes out into this capture device, which is just a USB 2.0 capture device. It goes into my PC, and I capture it using Windows 7. And I hope that might work with my TI. I'll find out in the next, I don't know, week or so when I try to test that out. Today my goal is just to set up a TI-99 in here and maybe clean out this drawer, and that's about it. And put this in an area where it'll be safe for a while. So hopefully next you'll see, I'm just going to bring in the TI and I'll show it next to the system so you can see their size comparison. Okay, so here's the TI. It's sitting over next to my Bally computer, and I wanted to show a similarity between the two of these things. Probably a little bit hard to see here, but this is a basic overlay. That's for basic. Otherwise you just have a keypad. This computer is from 1977, 78, came out in January of 78. That's when you could first buy them. I take that back, you could buy them in 77, but it didn't actually ship until January of 78. So technology-wise, this uses a Z80 processor. Obviously, this doesn't. This uses the TI processor, the 9900, I think it's called, 8-bit / 16-bit processor. This one's purely an 8-bit processor. Of course, the Z80 was used in many different machines, whereas this one was used in a TI. I don't know what else it was used in. Maybe something else. Leave comments if you know. Another similarity between these two things is the cable. This will plug in. Well, I'll show you here in a second. I'll show you. So the similarity that I was talking about is it uses a 1/8 inch mono jack, just like the TI, except this one only has one. So when you're recording, you have to plug it into the microphone jack. When you're playing it back, you have to plug it into the speaker jack. Unlike the TI, which takes care of that for you with these three. And also the TI has the ability to, if your cassette recorder supports it, you can stop and start the motor. Which I don't have a cassette recorder. I do everything with my TI, or excuse me, with a computer, which acts like a tape recorder. So to get around that on my Astrocade, I plug it into here, and I made this little box that just, man, there's a lot of dust in these things. It's going to get dustier in the garage, I guess. So like here, I have it to go to speaker, so this would go into the speaker jack, this would go into the microphone jack, and I can just toggle this toggle switch back and forth to have it do whatever I want. In this case, I won't have to do that anymore. I will actually set up a table over on that side with my laptop that I've been using in the garage, my Vista laptop, which was a very expensive tape recorder, basically. Of course, my wife used that computer for years and years for work, so it's just a hand-me-down, but it works fine for a tape recorder to use with Audacity. Alright, so next up, I'm going to have the TI set up here, but it's not going to be set up working yet. I need to work out some monitor cables and power issues here. But in a minute, you'll see it at least sitting there. What we have here is a TI hooked up in a heated and air conditioning home. No longer am I in the garage. Of course, you'll notice that the picture looks absolutely, well, it looks beautiful to me. On camera, it looks absolutely terrible. The colors are also a little bit off, I think, on this TV. I need to find some kind of color bar systems for the TI-99. If you know of one, let me know in the show notes. Even if it's a year from now, and several people maybe can recommend different color bars. So here we, like I said, I have, let's get to some static or black screen, turn it on. Maybe it's getting all blurry in my camera, I don't know. This is the whole reason I want to have this FreeMeister hooked up. You might be able to see just a teeny tiny bit of some moon phases here. You can't see what I'm probably pointing to, but it's my poster on the wall of the moon. And today is a new moon, and I'm going to be using my new binoculars that I got for the first time since for my birthday about a month and a half ago. And I'm going to take a look at some of the constellations tonight. Anyway, that's totally off the subject, but I've mentioned astronomy before. So we get it to TI Basic or Extended Basic. Let's go to Extended Basic. And you can't really see the screen too good, but I'm going to do a little bit capture and see how it looks. I also did try to hook up my Atari outside, and I forgot this. The Atari composite cable is the one that I was using for the TI, because they're sort of compatible. They work well enough, and so I'm actually using S-Video on my Atari outside now, which looks really great, except anything that does any tricks or anything will look black and white using S-Video. So I tend to use composite just so I don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. Alright, so next I'm going to try to show a picture of this, maybe playing Munch or something, and then I will try to do a video capture and see, so you can see the difference and why I went through the trouble of bringing this inside. Alright, I'm just about to start playing. I just have my computer on audio, and I'm just going to make a chain. I'm already dead, but that's not, well, that's pathetic. I'm quite terrible at this game. Oh, it's not going up because numlock. That's why. Silly, silly item. So my buddy Chris reminded me that, even though I knew, but he reminded me, thinking maybe I had forgotten, that in one of his books that he wrote on classic gaming, called the Classic Gaming Bookcast, that he covers a few games for the TI. And one of them is Munch. He covers also two others, TI Invaders. He also covers Munch 2, which is a kind of a rare game. But he's got a really great sense of humor, so if you get a chance, read that book. You might enjoy it. It's available for free on Orphan Computers and Game Systems, which is orphanedgames.com, which is our website. I think I might have just finished. No, where did I go wrong? Ah! One more guy left. And excellent. Now I should have some other baddies. Good play. Now these, I don't know what they are, but they're something. I've got TI flashing. These are like Cyclops, robots, rovers. They kind of look like the moon buggy from Moon Patrol. I don't know. I'm surprised I'm lasting this long. I'm not trying to actually play this. Also, I'm just running my camera on batteries. So if it dies, then my gameplay stops in the middle. You will know why that happened, because normally I run it off of AC power. Now I'm going to try hooking up next my FreeMeister. It's been a while since I've actually tried to capture video directly into my PC, but it does work. I'm going to try redoing, just playing a little bit more, just because I can. My fire button doesn't work with this TI. I'm using a CX40 Atari. I don't know what the deal is. I got to still troubleshoot that. Yeah, we'll find out one of these days what's going on here. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to stop it here, maybe fade it out. And the next thing you should see is hopefully some captured footage, which might not look too great because the FrameMeister, while it's a great product and captures great footage, it is quite finicky with different systems. And the system that I was using it with previously was the Bally Arcade, and it's set up for the colors on there. The difference between this and Pac-Man are obvious, but it's a lot harder to figure out where I haven't gone over a line yet. Oh, right here. Man, I'm going to finish that one. So the colors will have to be adjusted, and it takes quite a bit of time to get everything working correctly. I mean, I can capture footage right away, but it might not look optimized, but we'll find out in here in a second. All right, I'm going to fade out here, and in a minute you'll hopefully be seeing some captured footage. If not, then I had some issues. I did say that the next thing you would be seeing would be the TI with direct capture. I lied. I'm still going to try that out, but I've got to clean up this mess, so I don't want it to get and stay there for a while. So we'll see what I can do. And I've got to put all this away. Oh, and something, I live in New Mexico, so I brought this thing in here because I have the TI and I want to try to get it working with a disc controller. Can you see what I'm even pointing at? I don't know. That is a humidifier because I live in New Mexico and it gets very dry here, and my house gets full of shock or static, which I shock everything I touch, and that is not a good idea considering the TI is going to be using the Nano PEB, which is an exposed circuit board, which if I shock it, I will probably kill it, and then I will have no virtual disks. All right, hopefully that'll be cleaned up and you won't have to see, well, you'll never have to see that again. Hopefully I won't be seeing that again. As you can see, I have the direct capture working out okay right here. It's not perfect. There's some complete issues that I have with color. I have the same exact issue on my Astrocade, and in fact any other system I've ever used with my FrameMeister. I'm actually using Premiere Elements right now to record this narration, and when I'm done I'll try to fix it up a bit. Maybe not, we'll see. I did record audio for the direct capture. It's pretty low. I'm not sure how good I can make that. We'll find out. I have to mess with a couple of things here. Nothing unusual. Nothing ever seems to work perfectly when you make these videos. You learn as you go and you make things a little faster and better each time. Right here, the maze, the border is supposed to be blue. And I've had this, like I said, this issue with everything I've ever used when I capture video. Purples always become blues and blues always become purple. And if you're familiar with any of my other videos, I've sort of talked about this. But it's a known issue with HD. I don't know what it is. I'll try to fix it a little bit. I might obviously want the colors to be a little bit better. In fact, if anyone can give me some help with the FrameMeister, I've asked for help before and no one's really come forward. I've looked in forums and I've seen other people have this issue and never really seen a solution for it though. So anyway, I'm playing this game. I'm doing pretty good. I'm playing with an Atari CX40 controller, and this is the first time I think I've done narration for any of these TI videos after I've done recording, I think. Certainly I don't like to do it very often. I might just pause out here and you've seen the video gameplay, you've seen the footage, or I might let the footage continue just so you can see what it looks like. It looks pretty good, I think. I can't really tell exactly until everything's exported and is done. But I've accomplished my goal, except for cleaning up. I was going to clean up. You saw what my mess looked like a few moments ago when I showed you the footage of my second desk, my primary desk, where I do some writing on by hand, and I use it quite frequently, but I can't just keep my Astrocade on there. I got to put it in a box. But that'll get done this weekend. We'll take care of that. And I want to make sure that it doesn't get put away in a place I'm not going to get to it again, because the Astrocade is sort of the #1 system of all of them, because it's the one I try to archive. And the TI is going to be something I'm going to play around with for a while, maybe a couple of weeks, a couple of months. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to do it while it lasts for fun. I want to show my friend Chris++, the system. We're going to get together. He moved back to New Mexico semi-recently. We haven't really had too much of a chance to play video games together, but hopefully that will be rectified soon. I'm glad that this worked without any hitches. Like I said, there's color hitches, but the actual video itself worked, captured. I mean, I plugged it in, it worked. There's, yeah, I guess, what more can you expect? I haven't got this hooked up so I can actually have narration while I'm recording, but I can make it so that happens. I've never really been pleased with it, the way it works perfectly, but it does work. All right, that's it for now. There's just going to be another minute or so of recording, and then it's going to fade out, show the credits, and the next video I will hopefully have these little idiosyncrasies worked out as best I can get them. Right, TI is a pretty cool little system, and I am looking forward to playing some more basic games on it, and maybe even showing ones I've shown previously in direct capture so they look a little bit better.